All right.
Alrighty.
High five.
Yeah, cut and print. Beautiful, guys. Welcome. Welcome, see. Episode 5.
Damn. Cinco
de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo. What a time.
Even though today is 6, but y'all don't know that.
All right, Dora.
So what's good with it? How's your week been?
Everything's been going good. Everything's been flowing and showing. So
You looking pretty tan?
yeah, just got back from Jamaica, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, down there with my peeps.
Everything irie.
Everything was so irie. Now, for real, like, one love and all that shit is truly, like, that's how they live down there. Like, everybody we came across just had, like, such a easygoing spirit and way of life. And the people, I've been a lot of places, and I would say that the people of Jamaica have stuck with me the most.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Lasting impression.
I've heard that before. Like, a lot of people say that.
Yeah. So I was very impressed by just their overall mindset. They don't rush. They really don't worry. I don't think the whole time I was there I saw somebody. Not that it don't happen. Like, I ain't saying mamas don't beat their kids' ass and shit, but you know, like everybody for the most part was just really genuine and peaceful and like welcoming and just warm. Yeah. Along with the perfect weather. So good times was had.
That's nice.
Good start to the spring, summer weather for me. So
that's great. I feel like when you're in paradise, you could feel like that. Like, because I remember you said the people in Hawaii where you were kind of like that too.
Yeah, for sure. The climate definitely, I don't care what nobody say. When you're not really experiencing 4 different seasons, like, you know what I mean? You're waking up to that cool breeze, that ocean, that salt water is refreshing.
Man.
You know, just breathing that natural air. It's just a different way. Like,
yeah, it's cleaner just in general.
There's no mystery as to why people flock there for vacation to reset, because it's truly, you know, the perfect energy for that.
Right.
Yeah, Jamaica was dope. I will definitely be going back.
That's what's up. I got to get out there.
Yes.
For
you
sure.
should definitely go at some point.
But seasonal affective disorder is real. Like, that's why I take vitamin D, like in the winter time.
Yeah, I have a deficiency, so I have to take it. And I can tell when I don't.
Yeah.
Like, my mood is severely changed.
For sure.
And
that's just scientific fact.
Yeah.
So, yeah, take your vitamin D or get some real sun. You know, that's
one of the
really
two.
Mental health. Like, it's important.
Very much so.
So, when the sun starts coming out more here in Ohio, you know, I don't care to take. I don't gotta take the vitamin D. You know, I'm very outdoorsy person.
Yeah.
So I just make sure I'm always out there when the sun's out.
Makes sense.
Got to.
So yeah, we had a time yesterday. We was out for Cinco de Mayo, y'all. Me and this one.
Yeah, we had a great time.
It was a Sunday fun day for the books.
It was auntie style for
motherfuckers raggedy as hell, but you know, Cincinnati is like that. Like
we had a full blown out roast session with somebody random we didn't even know. You know, but that's just the Cincinnati way of life. If you're not fully prepared, guns blazing at all times for the roast,
man, and that's why I feel like
done.
That's what we should use for the. We was looking up shit for this word of the day, but at this point, fuck all that.
Right.
We got the word.
Be all cute.
Right. We got the word. We don't even know this nigga name. Right. This fifth spoken word is the truth. We don't even know his name, but he stood out.
He did, and he stood his ground with the roast. You know. Because it was a tag team. It was 201. That wasn't fair. All really wasn't fair.
He came about though. He
He
really showed out. He came in with a knockout punch.
He
I
did.
feel
He did at the end.
that knocked Sasha clearly
He
on
did.
her
He did.
ass.
He did.
Okay.
He did, y'all. You
So-
know.
I-
You know, how do I get this? He got me, y'all. So you see I got my hair in a pony. You know, we got the locks. We all natural. I'm not always finna be brushing everything. He tried to hit me with the Martin he said Bead-A-Bee.
Basically, Bead-A-Bee.
Basically.
Well, he actually said coming in hot. This was so hot because Sasha was so roasted. She didn't really know what to do.
I just laughed.
She couldn't even. She just. I'm telling you what.
Oh my
so
God.
we tearing him up. You know how Cincinnati is. I feel like we talked about this the last episode with HBCU. Like. You're gonna get torn up if you start capping with somebody from Ohio. I feel it's not even just Cincinnati. I think Ohio people just know
Midwest for real.
That Midwestern banter.
Yeah, because
we
Chicago,
can go.
Detroit, we all tear you up. We all will.
It's something about it. Like so, we walking through the bar, and I don't even know how we started talking.
I don't even remember. Like,
but it was roast from jump. Like it wasn't like, hey, how y'all doing? Y'all having a nice time? It's like this.
He made a comment. We was like, "Oh, you capping today?" Because we just want to know, is you ready? Because we gonna go there with you, bro. On game.
So we getting on him. Like he had some like pop smokes, but in dread form. He had some Asics. They was fresh, and I know them kind of coming back.
Yeah.
They kind of coming back.
We're gonna get you.
Yeah, one way or another. So we getting on him from the head to the toe, and out of nowhere he just like.
He said, "But yeah, though. Anyways, I'm a barber, so I can get the back of that neck too. See ya." I was like, "Oh." No, he didn't. First of all, I'm natural. Like, I don't care.
He slayed her, y'all. Like Darth Vader. Slayed her like Darth Vader.
I am your father.
Man, we got so weak.
Man, I couldn't breathe for like 5 minutes.
Man, it was like the roast we both needed. Cause I feel like my Bead-A-Bees was out too.
But guess what?
Well, I wasn't really safe either.
That's what made it more lively. Like, so it's both. 2 shots fired.
So we was like talking afterward, like, man, we gonna do a whole episode just about
that's what's wrong with black people. Like, everything ain't gotta be slick. Sometimes you see I got my edges right now.
Yeah, they slick.
You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, it's give and take.
It's
like,
time and a place too. Like sometimes I don't care. Like that's why I have locks. Honestly,
period.
That's where I am with it. Like I can still look kempt, and all that. But come on now.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just don't give a damn.
Yeah, and I wanna apply this lady to the left of me, y'all. Y'all right. Because this comment a good 4 or 5 years ago would have landed a lot differently.
Hands would have been laid.
And I ain't gonna go too far into that. But what I will say is growth. But the reality is, the young gentleman, he was so sweet. Like I said, he engaged in a delightful roast session with us out the strength. And he really ain't had to.
He did.
We came to find out.
Salty, though.
Yeah.
Too.
Right, some people can't
we didn't know him from jump.
No, nothing
from
about
Uncle
it.
Lump.
I had never seen him a day in my life.
So we don't know how he could have took it, so he was very, lighthearted.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
But he was young. We ended up discovering he was 25 years of age. So what his perspective of like a natural woman or natural hairstyle is probably completely different than a man say 10, 15, 20 years.
And he was born in the 90s.
Yeah.
Like mid-90s. So he really ain't even see shit pop for real to the 2000s.
Probably not. And
now,
I mean, think about it. Like, I feel like locks you know, they've always been around, but I feel like lately it's more of an influx. Like,
for sure,
it wasn't always
the
just
90s
the thing
was more
to do.
like, it was more like perm, like Chris.
Yeah.
Like, what is your edges doing? Like,
let's just say, like, there was a day as a child, teenager, where that comment would have had me in tears.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Yeah.
Like,
and I mean, like I said, Martin, we laughing. He calling Pam Bead-A-Bee. Like, this is real life.
Right. Like, you know, black women in their hair, like, it's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing. And being natural and having, like, actually, you know, being natural is a thing in itself, but being natural and having thicker texture hair, you know what I mean? Because, you know, you had that sector of people like, oh, I would be natural if my hair was like that. Like,
Right.
You
good
know,
hair.
If I had good hair, if I had Indian hair, type
As
3.
my mama say, wash and wear hair.
Yeah. Most people, if they got the type 3, they feel cool. But once you get into that type 4, now it's like, oh, it's taboo to be natural.
Right.
You know? And I got to be ashamed of the way my hair grow out its natural way. I'm done with that. I'm not ashamed.
Done. So yes, like you said, every edge does not need to be slicked.
Right.
Every day of the year. Like, sometimes you just get up and you go. And I think that's the one thing about having locks.
I love it.
No, I'm not trying to be biased, because obviously I am, but that's just the one thing I love about having locks, is that I've completely surrendered that idea. Like, oh, I'm going to the grocery store.
Man, I be like,
man, you gonna get this?
You
this
might
shit,
not even
how you
get a
this shit?
ponytail.
Man, it's just out. And it's like, this is like we were saying, I think last episode or two, like, the way your hair grows out your motherfucking head.
That's crazy. Like, that we've got.
That we hate that.
We
hated that
so far.
I got relaxers from the time, I think my mom first relaxed my hair, I was damn near a toddler. I was very young.
Yeah.
But she was so tired of dealing with.
And it'd be pressure, too, from people around the probably like, just perm me.
Just perm me, girl. You trying to comb it and do. That's just
and
the
in
way.
the 90s, we ain't know no better.
Yeah.
And
I
you
remember, see now? They got like whole class action suits.
Yeah.
For relaxers.
Against the relaxers.
I'm like, God damn.
I thought you were about to say against the schools and stuff, like, for discriminating, but that's a whole nother thing.
Against relaxers.
But
and I'm afraid one day, because I used a Firm. I used, what was the other big one? The
olive oil one was good.
The olive oil.
That actually was, like, probably the best of the...
Yeah, so all the store-bought ones, like...
But I don't feel like we did it too long. I don't feel like I did it that long, but I did low-key. But
long is long.
Yeah.
I know I was getting relaxers from, like I said, grade
12
school,
years.
Yeah, up till I got my last one in 18, I feel. Before I decided eventually to just...
like to be fully done.
Just to be done. And luckily COVID came around not too long after that. And I really just had time to get to know my hair and trial and error and find what works for my texture, my porosity, all of that stuff. That shit is a fucking science.
Right.
And that's why the fuck they not teaching them white girls at Mitchell that shit. This shit is complex. I shouldn't say that though, because some of y'all do know what y'all doing, but it's so complex. Like, you can't just wash our hair and just do whatever to our hair. It's not just like a general ass thing. Like,
it's very, very specific.
Yeah.
Like,
and every hair, you think, oh, because we have the same curl pattern, that everything that might work for you might work for me. That's not true.
Like you said, porosity, all that could be different too.
It's levels to this shit.
Yeah. Me and my mom got totally different texture hair. Like, you know, it's like, it gets deep. Like, so.
Yeah.
But I do remember, like, I think I've been relaxer free since 08. But I do remember the first time I got a relaxer, I feel like the story was my mom dropped me off at a stylist, and she was just to do my hair, and my mom came back and I had a perm. She was pissed.
And you know what? I've heard so many stories about young black girls going through that, some type of experience similar to that, where they weren't supposed to get their hair relaxed, but somebody forced it upon them or did it without
That's really some bullshit. Like, if I was
that's
my mama,
trauma.
My mama's sweet, but like, if that was me as a mom, like in the future, I'm kicking your ass.
Oh yeah. That's nothing you do to a child's head without knowing. Especially you can tell if a child, I feel, had a relaxer.
Clearly could tell. I was like 6.
Yeah. I feel like I was younger than that, unfortunately.
Like, that's like, but we didn't. understand or recognize the magnitude of putting that level of chemical on someone's head at that small of age. Like their skull just now finished conforming together.
That's crazy. And my mom saying,
Electric,
like, when this shit about being black, like, goes so deep, like, we've hated ourselves for so long to the point where it brings me to tears.
That's crazy.
It brings me to tears. How once I used to get, like I said, with you, we would have been crying in grade school when somebody called you Bead-A-Bees or said you had BB.
Right.
That was tear worthy.
I'm about to like beat you up. Like I'm gonna get so.
Yeah,
I was going down. You don't get me to crying because now I'm about to just steal it.
Now I'm embarrassed. Now, and you know, I just look at like how much trauma I've gone through surrounding
just
my
to
hair.
Be
surrounding my hair, like it's always been a thing for me until now.
Yeah.
Until I locked up, hair was always a thing. Even when I was just natural. Like, oh, my twist out look shitty today. Like, it just was like...
And people still like, well, why don't you just... No, thanks.
And then even when I would get my hair, like, straightened and stuff, it was like, this just ain't me no more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was
and
like, I don't even care.
To me, like, oh,
yeah,
because
then your shit boofing up.
Yeah.
Then you can't go outside, let it rain, let one drop of rain happen, girl. You done.
That's when I only started straightening my hair in the winter, and you know, then it started getting crazy. Like, what's the point of this?
And it's all for it to look white,
right?
Essentially, that's all that shit is.
And we don't realize like the level of colonialism.
And now to take it a step further, like everything we are ashamed of. Look at white people running to go get it.
Right
now, they want kinky hair. I seen a whole tutorial where Asian people was
crazy
taking their shit, bro,
wrapping it around real little.
To make 4C hair on your head.
Wow. I'm getting called Bead-A-Bee.
Wow.
They making faux locks.
Man.
In China, bro.
Man, when we were in Jamaica, we were so shocked about how many of them, you know, them lock hats they got with the...
Not they was wearing them. No, they wasn't.
The lock hats
with the fake
locks. They were literally selling them. I'm like, there's not a person, even a tourist are buying this? Of course I don't expect
let me see a little white dude wearing it. I'm just like that shit off your head.
But you know they have. You know they have for Halloween. I'm going as a roaster. Looking motherfucker.
That's blackface.
That's hair face.
Right.
It's terrible.
He's black hairing us.
Like, it's crazy, like...
Nah, but people really don't realize the depth of it. Like,
no.
Like, it's really, like, I read this article, like, back when I was, like, really obsessed, like, when I first went natural, and that, like, all day I'm reading blogs.
No, I will take over your whole life, though.
I'm reading blogs, like, smoking cigarettes. I must get the right formula.
Man, I'm telling you, during COVID, I went down a fucking rabbit hole.
Man, what? Man, I'm talking before YouTube, for real, before people was really posting that.
Like blogs, hair blogs and stuff,
like,
yeah.
This is when I was deep in it, like, you had to find the answers. Like, who has 4C? Man, but I read this article where it was like a doctor talking about doing autopsies on black women specifically. He said it was always some sort of film on their skull. And I was like, damn, like, that's probably from
relaxers. Damn.
Like, it's going through the skin to the skull.
Whoa.
Think about if you leave that shit on too long, though.
Oh, I remember my shit burning. And I remember being so caught up on my hair being so straight because I wanted to be bone fucking straight.
I was burn.
Sit there.
They're like, you good? Yeah. Like, no, you're not. This is a chemical burn. Like, and I've literally had scabs.
Yep, so did I.
So, like, this is what we're doing?
So did I, friend.
Like, that's nuts. And watching, like, the Temptations, they in there, like...
Remember when Malcolm X dipped his
like, that was nuts.
Trauma passed down for a century.
Yeah.
A century plus.
That's crazy.
Like, we've always tried to make our hair straight. So that's why I remember being young and like my cousins was rosters and stuff. And I'm like, wow, they got locks. Like, that's dope. But even in my head, I'm like, I could never do that. Like, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't look right with that. Or I wouldn't, you know, that's not for me. And I wore weave and all that. When I really stopped fucking with it was when I started getting like sew-ins. Remember the leave out era?
Yeah. That's
when I killed my hair. My hair just
you would be in the club like
walk around the club, fuck everybody. Leave out buying a drink and shit. Like, yeah, give me a Patron.
You better have a hat or something or a good ponytail brush. And
I still see black women doing it. I'm like, at this point, just cover it all up. Just cover. If you ain't got a good lace, we talked about this last episode. If you ain't gonna spend a couple dollars.
Because even with what they used to be called closures, I was on that back then.
Yeah. Like, I had a couple closures.
Because my hair is just too thick. Like, it wasn't no point of me.
Yeah. I tried to leave out face. No. When I said I lost every edge I thought I had.
Yeah. That was ridiculous.
And had to rebuild that shit.
But shout out to my Detroit homegirls in college. That's when I really went natural. Like, Detroit homegirls. They was
doing the silk presses and stuff.
Yeah, they was like, y'all Ohio girls still getting perms? Like, stop.
And that was back then.
And this like, shoot, we was in college 06 to 10. So, you know. So that's about when I went natural fully was 08. Like, and they was like, just let me press your hair. And I'd just go to one of my homegirls' dorms and she'd just press it whenever. Like, I thought I needed a perm. She'd just press it for me. Like, no. And then my hair started growing real good. It was thick. I'm like, man, forget that. Like,
yeah.
And then I went back for a second. I got a short haircut. My cousin T, like, just perm the edges. Like, and I'm like, this smack.
That's the biggest myth of all time.
And then you wash your hair. You got some. I wish I died. Like, on your forehead. Looking stupid. You got the Justin Bieber right here. With a fro.
I'm like, in the back.
I'm like, this makes no sense, man. That's when I was done. Like, every day I look in the mirror when I'm getting my hair done.
It don't make sense. It don't make sense.
Right. It makes no sense. So I just turned. I ain't never looked back. So I've been natural since like 08.
Yeah, you was one of the first.
I know. Hey,
but I ain't gonna roast you though, cause
I was smacked. I had to go through that smack phase where
the no Barbie girl phase of Sasha.
Are we gonna post it on here? No,
I know you would. I know you would do that to you.
Now, if you just happen to stumble across my Facebook, just go back far enough. You know?
Oh, I got the screenshot in the chamber. You feel me? Just in case a bitch ever want to act crazy, it's locked and loaded. Don't ever forget.
Oh my God! See, that's why you gotta go on your Facebook and delete old shit.
Man, I went through my Facebook.
Man.
And what I did, because I didn't want to lose all the photos and stuff, I just privated all my albums. That's what I did on Facebook.
That's how it is.
It's a little hack for you niggas.
That's smart. So you ain't got to go to each picture.
Right. And, I don't want to untag. I just privated. And then I never, honestly, back in the day, I already was thinking ahead. I didn't even accept no tag. If it was an ugly picture of me, a smack picture, decline. You not fucking about to tag me
on my page.
You not finna tag me in no bullshit. Gotcha. No. So that, I didn't have to deal with that. But all my old little albums, like, remember when Mac Photo Booth was so popular and everybody taking pictures? I had a whole album.
I needed to go back and do that.
Yeah, just privated everything.
But if you just that much of a creep,
then you deserve to see it.
Right.
You deserve to see it. I'll post it for y'all one day, in the future.
It was smack, but
you was
but guess what?
Of a movement.
Yeah, like the pioneers are out here looking smack. You know what I'm saying?
And that was when like the no Barbie shit was.
It was a protest. Yeah, it was a protest. Like, I'm not wearing a pink wig. Yeah, here's my fro.
Yeah,
like, get over it.
You look like a Oompa Loompa.
Right.
But nah, that was a time, and I do remember when you did go natural, and I was like, dang, I really could do that, because we have similar hair textures. Mm-hmm. But, it took me a little bit longer.
But you kind of went back and forth a couple of times.
I did. I went natural several times, and then I went, it always would happen when I cut my hair.
Yeah.
When I went because I'm sorry, rocking that short, slick.
Yeah, you can't be out here.
There's just no way you can manage it with my hair texture. Some of y'all bitches can flat iron and do. I can't do that shit. So I was like, the style I wanted to execute required the creamy crack.
Sometimes it be like that.
But I will be, filing any as soon as that shit come across my desk.
Right.
Do.
Y'all got me messed
I don't
up.
care if y'all give me $20 or something.
Y'all owe a nigga.
Like I said, that mesothelioma
of the scalp. This, if you dropped a little lump of perm on the table or something like, because we was doing it in the kitchen. My mama used to do
on your hand,
and then you had to wear gloves.
Yeah,
and then we
lie in it. Remember the mix?
Yeah, we had a wooden table, and I remember my mama got some on it, and they took the color out the wood. So we putting this on our scalps though,
which ingests right into your bloodstream.
Yeah, so think about it. Lye. I don't even use soap that has lye in it.
Right.
Anymore,
right. Me either.
So,
I use all natural soap too.
So we really gotta be paying attention to what we put in on our skin. Like it's your largest organ. We ain't really taught that.
Yeah, I know. And you are the person, you always say that. And I'm like, that's so true.
It's absorbed.
So it's like everything we do, clothes we wear, lotions, body wash, everything.
And I'm now getting into that, like what they saying, like with polyester. Like it's not good to wear.
Yeah, apparently Fashion Nova causes cancer. I seen that shit on Baller Alert.
Not Fashion Nova.
I'm like, oh, hell nah. Yeah, somebody just, I'm telling you, that shit just
because they buy
out.
cheap ass material.
That's crazy talk.
So it's like even like clothes got frequencies type shit.
Ooh.
I'm like, it get deep. Like that's why they was even our ancestors was wearing linen and it wasn't just about
it wasn't just about fashion.
Breeze,
yeah,
you know?
or yeah, stay keeping cool, nigga. This shit is good for my skin.
Yeah. There wasn't no cancers and all that back then. You know, so half of the cancers is just being absorbed through your skin.
That shit.
And they'll tell you it's the sun, but the problem with that is like the sun is the life giver. So that don't really make sense if you really sit there and let it. People do get skin cancer, but it's because our diet ain't right. You eat more plants, you absorb more light. That's just a fact.
That's scientific fact.
So I eat more plants so that I can absorb the sun. It don't burn me.
Yeah.
Not saying you can't get a damn sunburn. Y'all know where I'm going with this. Like I still put stuff on my skin because I'm in Ohio. So when I travel closer to the equator, I will get burned. So don't go there with me.
Man, I've been that myth never lived with me.
So I don't mean it like that. I mean it in the sense of your skin it don't burn as much, and I just notice a difference. You know?
Yeah. Well, in any excessive sun use, that's why a lot of people from those like places they be having skin cancer later in life because you just overexposed.
And that's why they wear long sleeves and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch,
in Jamaica,
the
people
little
who work on the boats and stuff, they all had on long sleeves. Now their legs weren't really covered because they more so in the water on their little canoe, but they all had on long sleeves, bucket hats.
Yep, they do that like even in America, like when you in Miami and stuff, like the dudes who bringing you the drinks and stuff.
It makes sense.
Setting up the umbrellas and the chairs. They always got on long sleeves.
It makes sense. Because that sun is a beast.
Yeah, I was at the beach for 2 days recently, and I'm pretty brown for 2 days.
Yeah. I've definitely loaded up on the sunscreen because we got so fucking burnt in Puerto Rico. Yeah. And I was like, I'm not getting sunburned.
And I ain't gonna lie, when we went to Puerto Rico, we went in February for your birthday. My tan was still there in like July.
Yeah,
that was gonna hold you. So
sometimes I be feeling like I need to burn for it to stick.
Oh yeah, I put coconut oil on my skin. I be like, oh yeah, baby,
feel the burn.
Right.
Nah, that shit. Yeah, you just gotta be careful though.
Yeah, just
everything is not
Yeah. Be smart. Don't be
because you can get sun poisoning.
Yeah, now that's extreme.
That shit will mess you up.
Yeah, you'll be throwing up and stuff.
Yeah, but. I just feel like
we need to stop killing ourselves for these outlandish beauty standards in general.
That's a word.
So we just scratching the surface when we talking about hair, but we can.
Because even when it comes to my nails, like that UV shit on your hands,
that ain't good.
Every 2-3 weeks, that shit ain't healthy.
It's cute,
right?
I mean, it's cute, but at the end of the day, we gotta be intentional. You know. Absorption is happening all day, every day. You just got to figure out what you absorbing mentally, physically, all that.
So shout out to our homeboy. We don't even know your name.
Man, yeah, thanks for the word.
You took us to a deep, we was like sitting there like, damn,
like, we in the club like, that's sad that the ramifications of our colonialism. For real though, but that's just like what me and C, we talk about this kind of shit on the normal day. So that's why it's like this podcast, we really just recording us on a regular combo. Like this is how
That's really just how we doing it.
Yeah, for real. But like, let us know what y'all think about that. Like, any of your hair stories or whatever. Like,
and not even just hair, like
just in general.
This shit deep.
It's deeper
like,
than hair.
Cause
that's
like,
just one
for
aspect
example,
of our
I used
culture.
to get capped on for my lips being so full.
Yeah.
Now you go places and you bitches is getting shots and all kind of shit to get lips like this.
See?
When I went to Europe, speaking of cockroaches, when I went to Europe, it wasn't a Middle Eastern European woman over there without tits,
some type of surgery,
fillers, Botox. That's all you saw over there. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, for us to really, like, the fact that we ever looked at ourselves as subpar is crazy.
And we're the standard, and we don't even realize it. We get BBLs that look like our own ancestors. So, Smoking Word Potcast.
We back at it in the attic.
Episode 5.
Cinco de Mayo. Like, arriba!